Hello there, Nelson Duffy here for News Express TV Sports. Vincent Aboubakar headed in a stoppage time goal and was then sent off as Cameroon claimed the memorable 1-0 win over favourites Brazil at the World Cup on Friday, but still failed to go through to the last 16. Aboubakar, who had come in to captain Rigobert Song's team, connected with a cross from substitute Jerome Ngom Bekele to break the deadlock in the 92nd minute at Doha's Lusail Stadium. He was booked for removing his shirt in the wild celebrations that followed, and having already been cautioned, had to leave his teammates to see out the remainder of the game. The Indomitable Lions of Cameroon registered the first ever win for an African country against the Seleção of Brazil in the World Cup. They did so to record a famous win, but Switzerland's 3-2 win over Serbia at the same time meant the Swiss advanced from Group G along with already qualified Brazil. Cameroon hadn't won any of its last 9 World Cup matches, with 8 losses and a draw against Ireland in its opening game at the 2022 tournament. Having won their first 2 matches in Qatar, Brazil topped the group and advanced to a last 16 tie against South Korea, where there are many key players who were rested for this game will no doubt return. Coach Tite sent out a second-string side, and the result was Brazil's first defeat in the group stage of a World Cup since 1998, when they were beaten by Norway. Tite's mind was on the knockout stage here as he made 9 changes, including handing a start to 39-year-old Daniel Alves, making him Brazil's oldest ever men's international player. The spine of Brazil's second-string side still featured Manchester City's Ederson in goal, Real Madrid's Eder Militao in central defense, Fabinho of Liverpool in midfield, and Gabriel Jesus of Arsenal, supported by Rodrigo up front. They also had the 21-year-old Gabriel Martinelli on the left, and the Arsenal prospect was their standout performer. He almost scored the opening goal in the 14th minute when he leapt unmarked, but saw his header tipped over by Cameroon keeper Davis Epassi. Martinelli also threatened in first half stoppage time with a dribble across the edge of the area and a shot that Epassi turned behind. It was a piece of play reminiscent of Neymar, who is still recovering from the sprained ankle that forced him off in the opening 2-0 win over Serbia, but watched the action here just behind the Brazilian bench. The Brazil fans who unfurled a banner with a get well soon message for Pelé cheered loudly when Neymar appeared on screens inside the enormous stadium. Needing a win, Cameroon almost went in front in first half stoppage time when a Brian Mbeumo header forced a flying save from Ederson. Brazil had won all 7 previous meetings with African opponents at the World Cup, including beating Cameroon in 1994 and again in 2014, and Martinelli was their most likely source of goal. He forced a pass to tip over another strike that was arcing towards the top corner early in the second half, and the Cameroon's shot stopper, continuing in place of Andre Onana, who was dropped for unspecified disciplinary reasons, turned a Militao shot around the post moments later. Eager to study all his attacking options, Tite sent on the Flamengo duo of Everton's Ribeiro and Pedro, but he also saw Alex Telles come off hurt in the second half. Telles is the 3rd Brazil fullback to succumb to injury in the tournament after Danilo and Alexandro. At this rate, Alves, a year short of his 40th birthday, will have a further role to play in Qatar. Most importantly, Brazil will hope to have Neymar back soon, but it remains to be seen if he will feature against South Korea. Vincent Aboubakar grabbed the late winner just when a goalless draw looked the most likely outcome, and Cameroon deserve huge credit for taking 4 points from such a difficult group, even if they now go home. I'm Nelson Duffy.